Alright, Stick. So today we're gonna be here talking about fish care, and that is our live wells, which is where the fish care starts when we talk about us as tournament anglers. So we're gonna dive into this. I'm gonna show you how to clean live wells and what to look for on when to clean your live wells, because we have to take care of the resources that the good Lord gave us. So let's dive into this. Let's start it. And to get started, what you need is a brush. I like to get like a little toilet bowl cleaner from the dollar store. It's cheap, it's $1. And because it's the way it's shaped, it's easy to get in all the curves and corners of your live well. From the brush, we got peroxide. This is 1 quart. My live wells are individual and they're pretty deep on my nitro, so I like using 2 quarts per live well. So what this does is it's an antiseptic, right? So this is gonna kill all the bacteria and fungus that are in my live wells from the actual live well itself through my recirculating hose, my pump outs, everything. This is gonna clean it. And third is distilled white vinegar. So I use a half a gallon on each one. So your distilled white vinegar, it helps with the smell from your live wells, and it helps also sterilize everything in your live well from your vinegar. And then you just need your water hose on a beautiful day like today. As we get started, if you look in my live wells, what I did was, in one live well, it's completely dirty. You look around in there, you'll see like the gunk lines. Look in the other one, I kind of pre-scrubbed it so you can tell the difference. And the reason I bring this up is because pre-cleaning your actual live wells themselves will make this process a whole lot easier. So I get all the scum and everything just pre-scrubbed off before I get cleaning, and it cuts down on everything when I go to drain it, right? That way it eases up on my pluggage when I'm draining. We'll get started. I'm gonna jump in here, I'm gonna get it pre-scrubbed, and then we're gonna tune back in and we're gonna start our filling process on how we start actually disinfecting our live wells. One thing I forgot to show y'all is you need to take your screens out of your live wells. You need to take your screens off, kind of pre-scrub them. I leave them in the live well so they can be part of the cleaning. Another thing I do is the coil tags, or coil tags that we use, I throw them in. That way, once I got them filled up, I just kind of separate them, which we run a lot of tournaments because I do Southwest Junior Anglers and sometimes high school tournaments. So we need more than one set of coil tags. Now I got my screens in there. I put all my coil tags in there that we use on a regular basis. That way I can get them disinfected as well. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just pour straight in 2 quarts of the hydrogen peroxide in each live well. 1. When you're filling your live wells, make sure to fill them up right before it starts to go in the overflow, right? Because we want to try to disinfect as much as we can. So fill it up with water right before the overflow. when we start recirculating here in a minute, you'll see, I mean, it'll hit everything above the live well and all. But so now that we got our hydrogen peroxide in each one, now I'm gonna add a half a gallon of vinegar to each side. So like I said, when you fill it, you need to fill it to where it's not an overflow, but you gotta leave room for your peroxide and your vinegar. All right, so now I'm gonna add half a gallon here, and then half a gallon in the other one. Perfect. Now, my next step is I'm gonna turn on my recirculator and my live wells on high. And as you can see, it'll start foaming up and all, and it's cleaning. While it's doing that, what I like to do is I'll get my brush in there and I'll scrub it one good time, make sure that gets in there. So the reason you want to recirculate it is, like I said in the beginning, it helps go through all your pumps, your hoses, and all, and disinfects all that. It allows all that slime, all that algae and bacteria and fungus and all, and it helps improve the life of your live well pump. So put it on high, recirculate, and get that thing flowing through there real good. Grab your brush, get in here with a little elbow grease, and kind of just start rubbing all that down so it can start getting disinfected real good. All right, just a little bit on the outside. I want to make sure all this is disinfected. Get down in here, and I'll just start scrubbing and cleaning it up a little bit, getting it all worked in. I'll go to the other side, do the same thing. I'll start cleaning it, scrubbing it real good, getting it all in there mixed up. Alright, Dick, now that the live wells have been going for 30-40 minutes recirculate, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach in here, like I said, and I'm gonna pull my pump outs on, and I'm gonna let that flow through my pump outs and bring some of that water level down, but clean that part of the hose. That way it's not in the bags that we're putting the fish in. Once the level is down, we drain the rest of this water out. We're gonna refill this water back up in our live wells with nothing but water. And we will do the recirculation again for about 30 minutes. Then I will put it through my pump outs, flush all that out and drain it, and then I will fill it up one more time, recirculate it for another 30 minutes through the pump outs, and the rest of it throughout the drain. That way I ensure I don't have the peroxide and the vinegar in the live well still. While we wait on this, one thing I want to touch on is fish care, right? So we have to take care of our fish so future generations can enjoy it, and it all starts with your live wells. Make sure we clean our live wells. If you fish the same body of water constantly, then you may only have to clean your live wells twice a year. And I would say normally at the beginning of springtime, and then when you have the big algae bloom and grass bloom middle of summer. So as we go from bodies of water to bodies of water like we do, I'll fish the Sabine River, then have a tournament in Toledo, or in the Calcasieu and go to Rayburn or Angelina River, wherever the case may be. What happens is when I fish a tournament in Sabine, which is brackish water, okay, the water's a little different. And then I go to a place like Toledo Bend, those fish are not accommodated to handle the water from the Sabine River that may have a little higher salinity level, may have a different algae or bacteria growing in it. So I constantly, as fish care, worry about my live wells. That way we don't wind up with dead fish, right? We don't want to get penalized, but in the end, we don't want dead fish. We want to make sure when we want to release those fish, we clean our live wells to take care of the resources. So now, since I have it drained from the peroxide and the vinegar, we're going to refill the live wells with water and start on another circulation cycle. So as I do this, I kind of just fill my live wells. I just go through and just kind of rinse everything off, back down into the live well, real good. Now that we have that going, what I like to do is I will let this run for about 30 minutes, right? I'll let it run for about 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll open up our pump out, and we'll let it run out of our pump out till it's about almost empty, because the last bit of fish care we have before them fish go to the scale is we normally fill our weigh bag with the water in our live well. Now that we've been having it circulating with just water for the last 45 minutes or so, what I'm gonna do is reach in here and I'm gonna turn it on through my pump outs. You can see it pumping out through the back, and I'll let it go down to probably about halfway on this end, and I will close them and let it finish draining out the bottom, and I'll do it one more time just for precaution reasons, and then your live wells are done and they're clean, and you can go out and catch a big fish again. I know this video might have been a little longer than your average on live well cleaning, but I wanted to give y'all in-depth how I do it, because as I said, number one thing for a tournament angler is fish care. We have to keep those fish alive. Y'all that are just getting into the tournament scene, have live wells, or end up having dead fish and you can't understand why, start here, start in your live wells, get them clean, and also going from body of water to body of water. Just flushing out your live wells from going from one body of water to another can make a big difference in the life of your fish that are in your live wells. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share this video. Help me out. I got a lot more things coming to you, so stay tuned and stay sticking, friends.